Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. Happy Sunday. Good to see you here. Thanks for being here. Music's a little weird and loud. Like I was saying, good morning. I hope you're doing well. I hope you got a coffee and are able to kind of hang out and chill for a little bit. We are building today because I was able to get this replacement part in for the Mars Rover. So we will be continuing that today. So let's just jump into it. Why is that on top? Build with instructions. There we go. Cool. So, hope everybody's had a good weekend. Lots going on here this weekend. There was World Cup action. There's going to be Austin FC action. Some Lego news, some Lego happenings, some science fiction and fantasy happenings in general. So feel free to bring up a topic and we'll hang out and chat. So we were at this step where I needed this piece, this linear actuator that was not included in the set. And I needed to get a replacement from Lego. So hopefully we'll be able to continue. Interesting. Hello, Missy. How are you? I think this is supposed to... It says you can twist it, but it doesn't look like it's moving all that much. And I just moved it out, so I'm hoping this is the right length. We'll see what happens. Just woke up. Nice. I woke up at 5 in the morning to watch England and Spain play the finals of the World Cup. And it was a very good game. The team from Spain won the day. The Lionesses from England put up a good show towards the end of the game, but Spain was just too much for them. All right, this is all it said to do, so... What's up, Walter? Good afternoon to you, I guess. Did you watch the finals of the Women's World Cup today with Spain and England? Or did you stop watching once Portugal was out? Because I know a lot of people here stopped watching once the US was out. And that's kind of to be expected. Your team is out. Why watch it anymore? But saw the final 20 minutes. Cool. It's probably the best one. Spain pretty much ruled the most of the game. In the last 20 minutes or so, England finally kind of showed up and was playing a little better defense and had some good opportunities, but was not to be had by them. My goodness, this is complicated. That's a lot going on right there. So this is basically, we made our own universal joint, I guess. So that's cool. I saw some games, but the hour of the game, yeah. Well, we had to get up at it probably would have been about 9 in the morning for you. What? You're gonna try cottage cheese. Okay.
I realize I've never had it.
You've never had cottage cheese, even as a kid?
I just assumed I didn't like it. What?
You just assume you didn't like it. Cottage cheese with pineapple is not too bad.
What about cottage cheese
By itself?
by itself?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite, but it's not terrible. All right, how does this hook up here? So there's a joint here. There's a thing there. Whoops. So yeah, the games for the most part were either 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, or 9 o'clock at night the next night. So it was not good to watch here either. All right, so we've got it goes in here, and then this goes here, and this goes. It's not gonna fit all the way over there, is it? That's why it needed to be pulled out more. So the channel I got on right now is World Music. So we're gonna get some interesting stuff. All right, I think that's good. All right. Very complicated gears in there. Yeah, they were on a pretty rough group, and the U.S. wasn't on a very hard group. I would say moderate group. That was one the U.S. was on, right? Portugal, Sweden, and Vietnam. Yeah. Um, yeah, that was a rough group. It's always fun to watch people say, "Well, they were on an easy group or they were on a hard group." I think they purposely try to mix them so it's a little, but I don't know. It was fun. It was a good watch. Happy to see it. I'm excited for the Olympics next year too, when we get to see some more competition. Netherlands, that's the other one. That's right. Oh wait. So I'm hoping I get through the rest of this today so we can look at some of the AR stuff. Oh, it's Portugal's first World Cup. That's pretty cool. I was like seeing that. Both Spain and England, that was their first World Cup final. So that was cool. Well, you say that, but I think the U.S. is to a point now where, because I don't think Portugal played all that bad, if I remember correctly. I think we're at a point now where teams across the country or across the globe have been upping their game because teams like the U.S. and Canada and Australia and the Netherlands, and I think like England and Spain too, but I think they've all been kind of, everybody's been raising their game a little bit to compete. And I think the U.S. team has fostered a lot of that sort of competition. Sort of like when the U.S. Basketball team joined the Olympics, and everybody suddenly had to be like a lot better. They couldn't just be like, "Oh, this is just our Olympic team." It's like, well, yeah, it is, but now you gotta be a little better than the average Olympic team to beat the dream team of the U.S. And now the U.S. may not even like compete in the Olympics as much because players from like France and Croatia and Brazil are just so good. Were there fewer goals scored this year than before? It did seem like a very low production There was a couple games that were like 6-0 or something like that. I was actually quite shocked Japan didn't go farther than they did. They seemed to like just be running away with every game. I really thought they were going to go farther. So I was kind of rooting for them. I was rooting for Ireland once the U.S. was out of it, but actually Ireland got out early. They didn't even get past group stage, but I was like, oh, my second team, Ireland, didn't make it, which sucks because they've got a fairly decent team. Times 2. Almost sounds like the beginning of Angry Birds. Da 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 da. That's right, 7-0. I was really happy to see sort of the colonizer versus colony thing that was going on with like France and Netherlands and England and Spain versus Morocco and Nigeria and what was the other one that was in there? South Africa. What's up, Mayo? How's it going? I heard you're taking a break from your social media. Hope that's going well. I know that helps a lot of people out. So good luck with that. So starting tomorrow, Lego VIP will become, Jamaica was great. What was the other one that was really good for a while? I think it was Nigeria. Or Morocco. One of them was like doing really well. Starting tomorrow, at least here in the US, and I think Europe. I'm not really sure about Australia or Asia. The Lego VIP program is turning into Lego Insiders starting tomorrow. I think we talked about this a little last week, but if you're unaware, the Lego program that was VIP is turning into Lego Insiders. Your points are still going to be there. Everything kind of. How do you get 73 likes on this stream? How do I? I'm never going to get 73 likes on a stream. It's just too niche. The time is wrong. I'm just a, middle-aged white guy doing Lego. I'm never going to get that many likes. So your logins for all of Lego will be consolidated. So you should only have to log into one location to get into anything Insiders program, which was the VIP area with rewards and whatnot. Lego Ideas, regular Shop at Home, Lego Shop at Home, Bricks and Pieces. There's going to be kind of a newish portal that has like, I think there's going to be like articles and places where you can post pictures and stuff like that. So it's there. That's part of it. The other part of it is you'll be able to scan your instructions, the QR codes in your instructions, and register your set with Lego. Kind of like what a lot of us do with Brick Set. Every time you scan a direction or an instruction booklet, you get points for that. And I think you get 20. What's up, Brett? How's it going? For every instruction booklet you scan, you get 20 insider points. Used to be VIP points. So a lot of us who keep instructions with throwaway boxes have got a lot of work to do, because I don't know when QR codes started in instructions. I have no idea. but I'm going to go back through all my instructions and look, and it'll also give me a good, it'll be an opportunity to go through and see, you know, how, if I want to keep any of these or throw them away after that. Yeah, I don't have 73. 7 minus 3, maybe? 7 minus 3 likes. Yeah, if I were to ever get 73 likes on a stream, I'd be like, what? What happened? I only had 3 people on here. I do need to do another TikTok video of a time-lapse thing. Good morning, Zissou. How are you? Thanks for being here. Hope you're all doing well. What do y'all have planned for the rest of today? I know it's the end of the weekend coming up, so do you have any fun plans for today? Yard work, family outings. Anybody got kids going back to school or going back to school themselves? Here in the States, it's been, this is going back to school week. We moved my 2 kids. I helped move them into their new digs down south in San Marcos for next semester. That was fun. Greg got a place with basically 3 of his childhood friends. They're all going to Texas State now, and then one other random roommate. So there's 4 guys living in one thing. Good morning, Kodiak. How are you? Yep, new school year starting. Summer is over. School year is starting. So that's what's going on here. Rowan got a new place too, so they are living with just 1 roommate. Both kids' apartments are actually kind of nice inside and cozy, and it looks great. So I'm very happy for them. All right, this is going to be a thing. So hang on. All right. So the little square, the little cage with all this gearbox stuff inside it is done. I really hope that I got all that done right. All right, cheers, Mayo. Go get some rest. I'm upright. I broke a record myself yesterday morning. Left 116 images in the queue to render through Studio. I'm crossing my fingers that none of them messed up. Yeah, that's kind of... when you walk away from something, you're all right. Be good. Do well. Don't mess up. Well, I think too, because we seem to go longer. Like, I think it's earlier this year. Not that it's ever been, but it just feels really early this year. And then we also go to like the end of May. You know, I don't know if our Christmas break is any longer than in Europe or whatever, but I don't have a comparison really. Other than our education system is not awesome. Okay, so I need to get that in there. Hopefully that's where it needs to go. It is. Okay. 1 full week of school was enough for me. Got another big sticker. Yeah, I think ours is roughly it's not 2 weeks. I think we get a month, so that may be why you guys start later. It usually goes till like the 3rd week in December, and then they'll go back maybe middle of January. So 3 weeks, 3 in some weeks and change. But I mean, it also depends if you're in high school or college or whatever. and you've got finals. Sometimes your finals are like the first or second week of December, and the rest of your classes are kind of done, so you're almost on break. Um, but again, I haven't been to school in 25 years, so 25 years. Gee willikers. I'm loving this music. So there's a lug meeting for us this afternoon too. So as soon as I'm done with this, I gotta get get the loot gathered for our meeting. And have some other stuff to bring. I'm also going to bring this. So that's what I'm going to have to get this done because I want to show off the AR component. I'm trying to encourage and I sent an email about this. I'm trying to encourage our lug to, if you got a set that you think is cool, bring the set. Show it off. Not everybody gets the same sets. We don't have to bring models all the time. You don't have to talk about the set when we're going around and saying, this is my mock or whatever. You could just, this is a set I got. Feel free to come look at it later, whatever. Your schools go by semesters? Yes, they do. Spring, fall, and spring. So we do fall semester, Christmas break, spring semester, and then in between, in the spring break, there's also, or a spring semester, there's also spring break. So round about end of March, third week of March or so, there's spring break. You get a week off. And then they'll go again till mid-May, usually. End of May sometimes. Again, it depends if you're in high school or college when like finals are, or if there are classes you need to take at the end there. Nothing's on fire. So did it all the rendering came out okay? Some nice Technic building there. And then the rest of this week, I really need to get some instructions done for the Mars base. I need to get that done. And then, yeah, so let's talk about your projects. What are you guys working on right now, Lego-wise? I think the focus is going to be get instructions done for the Mars base, which once I've got the habitat done, I can branch out and do the rest of them pretty easily. It shouldn't be a problem. And then after that, need to simultaneously be designing the rest of the machines, the Horizon Zero Dawn machines. And then also building out the habitat for it. So I really need to get off this habit of getting done with work and just watching Star Trek reruns or playing Battlefront until it's time to eat, and then do the same thing until it's time to go to bed. That's been my MO for the past like month, and it's getting depressing. You learned that from what? IT crowd. Be sure to keep an email ready to send if there ever is a fire. I've got an email for that. In case there's ever a fire. I can't do. His voice is way too nasally for me. I can't do Moss. I think one of my favorite bits is when Moss shows Jen the internet and it's just a box. This, Jen, is the internet. And she takes it with her to a meeting and everyone's like, oh. It's hilarious. Should rewatch that. It's been a while since I watched that. The it's come up in my mind a little lately because we go to a lot of the football games here, the soccer games, and the episode where they go to a football match and Moss is commentating on, well, now he's kicked the ball, and I don't know what happened there, but apparently everybody loves it. Plus, that show gave us not only Richard Ayoade, but it also gave us Matt Berry, or introduced a lot of us to Matt Berry. Like I hadn't seen Toast of the Town before, so Matt Berry was new to me on IT Crowd. It also gave us Noel Fielding, which I remember him being Old Greg in. I forget. I don't even remember the name of the show where he was Old Greg. Um, but there's a lot of good people in that. Yes, they do. Well, if you're a fan of Richard Ayoade and Mighty Boosh, thank you, um, and haven't seen Travel Man, I would highly recommend it. Because Richard Ayoade is not much different from Maurice. He is different, but not much different. All right, I don't like this. This sounds like a kid's show. I'm sad about Travel Man because we're in the States. I need to get like, we've got BritBox, but they won't. There's some reason they won't play a lot of them. I think they're up to season 10. What's up, Seth? Good morning. Or 11, and then Joe Lycett took over, but I have yet to see anything from those episodes other than clips. Right? I saw the whole episode with Bill Bailey in Iceland, but then that was it. I know he's done more because I keep seeing clips of it pop up. Didn't know I had to put 2 of those on. Hopefully not missing anything else. This music sounds like somebody actually got the song from a music box and is playing it in real life on a harpsichord or guitar. Yeah, I did. So if you go to Reddit, if you still are okay with going to Reddit, there's a subreddit called Panel Shows. So our panel show or panel show or panel shows, I think they go to the same place. And they usually will have somebody posting the episodes of shows on Google Drive, so you can just kind of watch, watch an MP4 or an MPEG or an MP4 or whatever, which is how I watched a lot of stuff. They sometimes will have shows like Travel Man, but it's mostly, 8 out of 10 Cats or QI or something like that. Still good. Still a way to get it. And then, yeah, same thing. I'll watch whatever comes out on. There's usually a couple channels on YouTube that upload it pretty quickly after the show comes on, and you have to watch it soon, or else they'll get pulled. Do I need to put anything in that little bit there? No. All right, let's see where this goes. So all we do for that is we watch. I know Beth watches a lot of The Last Leg. So she gets that. We can get that on Prime because we get BritBox and you can watch that through Prime. Sticker. Creepy music. A lot of math that's lining up other Technic bits that don't just line up straight across. Because the people who work on Technic sets are gotta be actual rocket engineers, which is dumb. How much of this fits together like it does. So yeah, after this will be a Lego meeting with our lug. Hopefully I have a lot to talk about. Hopefully my voice doesn't give out while I'm talking, which reminds me, hydrate. Everybody hydrate. It's hot out. Yeah, the new VIP thing is up. I sent an email out to everybody concerning sets, mocks, and other people's creations. Other people's creations, OPCs, that's better. Better than sex, someone else's creation. But I don't know if that'll take off or not. We'll see. We got an event coming next month. Yay! Congratulations on your rendering, Kodiak. That is indeed good news. That can be frustrating when something like that doesn't go through. Speaking of frustrating, Friday afternoon, I'm at work. I'm working. I'm here, but I'm working. But it's like 4 o'clock on a Friday, right? And so everybody, like or maybe like 3 o'clock. One of my teammates is already like, I'm gonna go work out, but it's Friday, 4 o'clock. I think everything's kind of dying off, so I'll just see you guys later. One other guy took off at noon because he had set up to where he takes half days on Fridays for the next whatever months, and everything else is just kind of quiet. And I get an alert. Oh yeah, yeah. Good that it didn't add to your stress. So this just goes under here like this, okay? So I start getting alerts from, and this, I'm going to try not to be too technical about this, but it's basically like domain controller stuff and the time server for our for our file server, which is we've got this big piece of storage called Nutanix, and it's used for backup, but it's also used for to host our virtual machines. Actually, there's two components to it, but whatever, it's not important. The important part is that the file server, it's not a Windows machine, it's its own like virtual thing, and it's just a front end for actual storage. Well, it was having problems communicating with a time server. And so if anything isn't able to communicate with your time server on your network, if the drift gets too much, it'll stop communicating with it. So what we think happened, what I thought happened was the drift got too big and the file server wasn't able to communicate with the domain controller. Well, it turns, and I was asking, like I involved our managed service group and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, nobody's changing anything on a Friday. So it has to have been like the software itself or the server itself, not our network, but the software layer on top of the storage. So I opened a ticket with them, but I didn't hear back right away. So I opened a ticket with the actual manufacturer of the storage and did the thing where they call you back right away. And they're like, oh yeah, they're the explanation from the tech was the same as their knowledge base articles, which was kind of like, it appears you're having a problem with this. Well, the resolution to that problem is to fix the problem. Like that's like, file server CVM is unable to communicate with the NTP, which is like the time server, basically. And network time provider or some process. And the resolution was reestablish connection. It's like, okay, well, if I knew how to do that, we'd be all right. But I don't know. I don't think you know what you're talking about yet. So, and it turns out like, I don't think this was a cause of the problem, but the managed service provider, after like a day of going back and forth with my boss and them, and the problem I have is I'm not great with network stuff. So anytime there's a network issue, I'm like, I probably need to talk to my boss about that. He's the network guy. I know some things, but not enough. And so they're like, well, we think, one of the cores was rebooted. And then I think it probably, because what it should do is like if one restarts, then it fails over to the other one. And they're like, I think that, missing that somewhere. That's not good at all. Crap. These I'm okay with. This I'm not. Ooh, man, that's going to be a problem. Especially if it's inside here. I mean, well, I'm going to go back. Oh, this could be. No, I'm not missing more parts. I've got this. This is not an extra. That's too big to be an extra. So I'm going to real quick scroll back through here. The problem is it could have been anything from before I even got the actuator. So it could be anything in this bag. But I have no idea of knowing. If this is a new bag or not. What bag am I on? So that was just 2. So I need to go back through to 2. And like I don't have any. I can't see inside here anymore. So I mean, if it's not in there, it's not in there. Yeah, that's scary. I could probably take this bit off. Because all I have to do, let's see, Just take this off. And I might be able to take so that's over here, and then I can probably take, let's see how well I can pull this apart. These come up. That has to come up. That has to come up. Okay. Just want to be able to look inside here and see if anything got missed. I think I'm okay to take all this up. Shouldn't be anything in there. Oh, there is. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Okay. Well, crap. So let's go through and just see if I can maybe see anything. Bag 2. All right. So I'm just looking for this part and see if it's an obvious fix. Not listed, not listed, not listed. Finishing one bag took 44 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to get this done in 2 hours. Especially if I have to keep going back through. Not there. That's right. Push all this back down because I'm not going to be able to get to that, any of that. Give me some polka. Sticker, okay. Well, I didn't see it in the first part of that. It's not there. It's not there. Not there. Not there. I mean, I got 2 right there. So it wasn't anything on the inner part of it. That's good. Yeah, none of these exist inside there. Okay, I pinned all those down. Got that guy in there. Okay. No, no. 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 Well, this is really weird. So I'm wondering if because I didn't get an actuator, if it felt like because one of these got put in, like the weight was off. That's really strange. I mean, everything's going together. Everything looks like it fits. That goes on there. This went over here. All right, I'm just going to take my word for it for this. Just see if this goes through. All right, bag 3. Cross your fingers, everybody. Oh, this is going to be a lot of work. Yeah, I'd almost rather be missing a part, because then there's a chance that I could replace it. But having a big extra like that, I'm like, oh. But I bet you the weight was thrown off somehow, and I got this extra. Also, if it's an early enough version of the set, they haven't quality assured it enough. Jeez, this is like 3 bags of pins. All right, so it's not 2, or do 2 or 3. Technically, I only have 1 more bag after this, but we'll see how far we can get. I could probably go till about 12:30, but then I really got to stop. Because I do have to load up some loot and make sure that I'm dressed and got some food and whatever. Okay, not that pile, that is pile. So yeah, after the Lego meeting, then there's a watch party for Austin FC playing Salt Lake. Or no. Are they playing Salt Lake? Are they playing... St. Louis. Playing St. Louis SLC. So we're going to a watch party at this place that does it's like a Mexican food. It does distribution, food distribution, but also it's kind of a restaurant. I can't tell. Oh, and then part of the proceeds go to some thing. Oh no, it goes to a friend of ours, band mom friend, is the coach for powered wheelchair soccer, and they're called Green Machines. And the Los Verdes, the supporter group, kind of co-sponsors them for a lot of stuff. So a lot of all the proceeds are going to go to that team, which I think is super cool. That's going to turn that for some reason. And then 3. All right, I think I've had it with the world music for today, but there's not much else I can do music-wise. Punk, ska, spooky, the elevator, upbeat dance, yacht rock, funk. Let's try funk. I think we did funk once before, and it was really fun. So. Nope. There we go. Let's see what else is coming up. So the change to the VIP thing, insects, Concord. That's all kind of last week's news, but September is coming up on some, like, people are going to start getting pre-sales for all the new Star Wars sets are coming. So I think I pre-ordered the E-Wing set, the E-Wing and the other weird fighter. So this is interesting. They're virtually the same. One's like a bent lift arm, and the other one's also a lift arm, but it's got like holes in the top of it, or holes, perpendicular holes in it. I think these are glow in the dark. These don't look just white. They've got like a weird color to them. How far that needs to be pushed through there. This doesn't sound like funk. So yeah, Library Day next month. That should be kind of neat. Hopefully a good time. If you're in the Pflugerville area, come stop by and say hi. There'll be a handful of us on attendance. And it's more of they wanted us to do more of a superhero thing this time than last time. They're like, can we do some literary stuff? And it's like, sure, you know. So we did what we could with that, but I think this time we're a little more free to kind of do whatever we want. I'm probably going to end up bringing virtually the same stuff, but we'll see. Maybe I'll bring this. Okay, well, that's not where that goes. Okay, that goes. What? What? Weird sound. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, so this week's going to be a little trying to get back on the horse in terms of creative stuff. Trying to limit my social media and just trying to stay away from video games and TV and stuff. Hopefully, get into doing some stuff in this room, this Lego room. Get things going again. Because that's hard, man. I mean, the creative spark, it's not like you can't really force it, but you can definitely feel it when it's not happening. it's not like writer's block or anything. It's just like I know I have a ton of tasks that I could be doing, but it's just a matter of sitting down and doing it. Somebody um, posted something online about um, us considering lazy as the opposite of like productive or work. Like people feel like they're lazy because they don't do something, and it's like, well, maybe you're not lazy because you're not working, but maybe it's because you need a break from whatever it is you're doing. So I think there's a big swing towards recognizing that maybe humans, especially like Americans, maybe work too much. Maybe bad for mental health, bad for family, bad for society. You know, I don't know. Um, see, I keep missing these one little bits. Slow down. And so I commented basically that it's like I feel lazy about the things that I want to do. Like I don't have a problem getting up, going to work, cleaning the house, doing what needs to be done, kind of thing. Um, like I will jump at an opportunity to go help my kids move or go help a friend by like walking their dog or something. But at the same time, I'm like, you should sit down and like do your instructions for your set, or you should work on that one design that you want to do, or there's piles of things to be sorted. And I think my problem is it's getting to be a lot, and I may be just overwhelmed by it. This is getting intricate. The song sounds like it might be on Sesame Street or Electric Company. So yeah, there's I think, and I don't know what the term for lazy or hobby avoidance is, but I feel like it's kind of a just kind of like lost your muse kind of feel. I really wish, and I want to get back into sorting more, but I have this feeling it's because I feel like I don't have a lot of space for stuff, so I'm worried that I'll get a real big wind into sorting. Like I'll just get a hair up my butt doing it, but then I'll have to stop because I'm out of space for something, and then it becomes a reorganization instead of just sorting. Like sorting is fine. Like I can dump a thing on this table. I can watch videos, sort it into piles, take the piles and dump them in wherever they need to go. But like if I get to a point where I'm trying to um, reorganize as I'm doing it, it's going to feel a lot more strenuous or stressful. Okay, did I miss? Before I go too far with this, well, that did need to go all the way through there. Okay, that's why. These are I don't know if I've griped about these. These are great pieces. Um, they're just really hard to like get into. Getting two pins to line up anywhere is hard, but those are my least favorite things to work on. God, this may have to be a Tuesday. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get the rest of this done in 1 hour or not. It's a lot of parts. That's not a bad idea. Just kind of set a limit for yourself. I'm good to come into this room and like I'm going to take this set apart and put it all away. And then, and then I'm like, and then I'm done. I'm not going to sit in here forever, but I've got this one set to break down. So I'm going to do that and then that's it. But that's like once a week. I was like, I need to do a little more than that. Also, I feel like it's I really need to do this, and it's becoming a chore versus I really want to do it. There are things that I do want to do. Design mostly, start building, but there's always that. I always get tripped up with the um where does this go? Okay, that does go there. Okay. I can't really design or build until I get everything sorted, and I can't really sort until I make more room, and I can't make more room until I go buy some more storage bins, and that's where it all falls apart. So I've got to get out of the mentality of this one thing requires this other thing to happen. Just pick something and do it. Yeah, I think I do need to. Oh man, I hate Technics so much. I really wanted this set because it's like NASA, but this kind of crap where I can't get the pin. Bothers me. I do think that's probably a good idea is to set some goals. And be like, all right, that's what I'm gonna do. And I mean, I have an overall goal. Like I know overall I need to, or I'd like to. I don't need to. I'd like to get the remaining um, Horizon machines done and a a habitat made for them. Now the habitat doesn't have to be huge. If I just end up with like plates, and then they all kind of sit on those plates, that's fine. I kind of want to be a little more. Um, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Intricate or whimsical, or like I really want it to be a nice bit of scenery. Not just brown and orange and green plates with like trees on them or something, but I like want it to be hilly and things like that. So I'm trying not to set myself up for failure, but I also don't want it to look average. So I feel like there's a lot of work. But yeah, I mean, like the next thing is to the next thing I want to do is design. I think the long legs is the next design, and then I need to order parts for a bunch of stuff. I need to order parts for a charger and let's see, I have the Strider. I need parts for a charger. I need parts for the Grazer. I need parts for is Broadhead. I think I need to do Broadhead parts. So like I can go through each of these and like order parts for them and kind of get parts for what I've got. But again, that goes into why am I ordering parts when I've got all this stuff to sort and I probably have all the parts in here already. So let's sort some more. But it's like by the time I get everything sorted, it'll be next year. And then I will not have time to do the project. So it's this sort of spinning your wheels. I got really bogged down. Last week I got really bogged down. I came from the office and I was like, well, I just went in. Yeah, small steps. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do smaller steps and just kind of go with it. I got my ADD. I forgot what it was called. Somebody nailed it. When you have too many options and your brain can't pick one. All I did was go into the office on Thursday, and I was like, "Hey, I'm only going to be here till like noon. I just came in to like do a thing, and then I was going to leave." I was like, "I'm going to treat myself to a nice lunch on the way home. What am I going to get?" And I was like, "I've got all these options on the way home I could stop at." I could get, cheeseburgers. I could get a Pokeball. I could get sushi. I could get a burrito or some tacos. All these things, right? The world is your oyster. But what happened is I sat in the car for 10 minutes and almost had a panic attack. Like I just sat there going, I can't make a decision. Decision paralysis or analysis paralysis. That's what it is. And literally could not like focus, and I just kept sitting there like I was just sitting in my car. I wasn't even turned on, which was dumb because it was getting hot. And finally I had to stop and go, okay, stop saying, oh, but this, oh, but this. Let's start removing things, removing options. So I was like, okay, we can't do that one because I'm going to do this later. I can't do blah, blah, blah. So I narrowed it down to a couple of things. And then I did kind of the flip a coin. And if you don't really want that, then that's the one you wanted, kind of tricky your own brain. So I ended up getting a Pokeball, and it was really nice. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like if Beth had messaged me before I left and was like, hey, grab some lunch, I'd be like, what do you want? I can't tell what's going on here. Oh. Cool. How am I making this work? So it's got a couple universal joints in there. It's pretty in depth. Turn it around, put one of these in here. Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to bring this to the meeting today, but I don't think I'm going to be able to now. Kind of bummed about that. So many one-off parts. So that's a problem. I have basically undiagnosed ADD, adult ADD or whatever. I'm pretty sure it wasn't undiagnosed as a child. I'm sure my parents were like, well, yeah, he's kind of he's all over the place. Okay, so I see how that's going to go in. Got it. Let's not put those all the way in like that. I'm guessing I'm pushing those down in it. Yep. Trying to finish your 4th of July house. That's cool. Okay. All right. Well, that's one transaxle, I guess. I did nothing. I don't have a mock this time. I don't think a lot of people are going to have mocks, but I don't know. I'll hopefully be surprised. Which is why I was going to bring this. Because I didn't have a set to bring, but I'm okay with not bringing it, I guess. Need to charge my laptop so I can finish following the instructions from Studio. Cool. All right, time to do the other side. Oh my god. So Beth got a new Mac this week. Her Mac was 7 years old, and I was like, we can get you a new one. So she can play Sims. And watch British TV. I feel like we're to the point, the two of us, where we're like, we need one of those old people computers that just like has giant text on it and doesn't really, you know, do anything but check email. Like, even knowing ahead of time what I'm going to build doesn't help, because this was such an in-depth piece of construction. I got my Mac early this year. My old one was from 2011. Yeah. Yeah, she got hers 7 years ago, so it's been a while. Not 12 years, but excuse me. I still can't work with a Mac very well. I know it's a solid thing to do, design and whatever, but every time I try to like find anything or work, I would get used to it probably, but I'm just like, oh God, where are my files? Just used to the Windows. Mm. Mm-hmm. And everything got expensive too. Like, video card prices went up and battery prices went up, and the supply chains shut down. And I remember that. In fact, I'm thinking about getting a video card for this computer so I can start maybe playing games on it. At least some simple like stuff, games off Steam or something. You know, nothing really intense. But I miss playing small indie games that you can only get on PC or something. Plus, I might get some more memory and amp that up for studio. Something you can't really do with a Mac. You can't like just get more memory and add it to it. In fact, when we were shopping for her Mac, I was like, well, what do you have on your Mac right now? She's like 8 gigs of RAM. And I was like, we could probably get 16 gigs, but that added like nearly $700 to it. I was like, oh God, no. You're fine. For just browsing and streaming and playing The Sims, I think you're fine. We had a new employee start that worked in Mac. It's always fun when you get new employees that use Macs at home, and then they come into a Windows environment, and you basically have to teach them how to do like right click on this, and they're like, what? And you're like, have you worked on a Mac at home? And they're like, yeah. And you're like, all right, command click. But you can do that with your right mouse button. Or you say, open up Windows Explorer and go for this, and they're like, wait, what? Okay, see that manila envelope? And then if they're young, they're like, the what envelope? Yeah. Nope, I think I'm all right. Turns out I don't need it. Mouse for mine, can't use a trackpad well. Yep. Oh, whoops. No, that's right. Okay, this is going to go here. That is going to go here, which means that's going to go in there. And that is going to go also we can get like an interesting angle on that. And then push that pin all the way through. And then 4 of those. Man, I haven't wanted to skip a Lego meeting in a while, but today is one of those days where I'd rather sit here and just do this until it's done and then not go to the meeting. I mean, I could technically stream till like 1:30 and then just leave, but I'd have to like scramble to get loot set aside and everything packed up, and so see, maybe I'll go till 1. Don't know how busy the meeting's going to be today. First in person since Brick Rodeo, so maybe. It's also very hot, so maybe people don't want. It's also school started. Like I'm looking at all the qualifications for why the meeting might be not great today, but I think it'll be all right. Then I am looking forward to going to the watch party tonight. It's been a while since we've seen Austin lose, so that'll be fun, I guess. Also, Technic has got to be the most boring thing to like stream with. It's like just pin and pin and pin and bar and pin. So there's major discussion I think going on lately with like how to determine which Marvel CMFs to get and how to tell them apart in the packaging. And I think the latest is like people are talking about the weight. Is that a thing that's going on? Because I do not do CMFs, so I have no idea. I know they were looking at like several barcodes were doing certain things, but then um, some people were like, that's not very accurate. And then do the weight, and then everybody else is like, the weight isn't really accurate either, so don't just look at that. Is that still going on? Which is, I think, one of the reasons I don't get involved with CMFs is like I never liked the idea of getting a mystery box of things that I like on the off chance that I get one that I don't like. It's like I'm okay getting a mystery box of something that I have no idea what it is. But if I'm going to be getting Lego, let's say I'm really into CMFs, and you get me one that I'm like, oh god, this one is garbage. I'm gonna be kind of upset. So I understand why people are going to such lengths to make sure they get the ones they want. But at the same time, most of the time they're collecting all of them. So yeah, there's stuff on the box that's like a code. I don't know. I haven't looked. And every time I see a subject matter about that, I'm just like, doesn't apply to me really. Should be more knowledgeable about such things, but sadly am not. This may be going a little faster because the pieces are easier to find. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. I think that Emmasaurus talked about that on a video. Okay. I don't watch her videos. I know she's an Austin person, but I don't watch her stuff. There's a new Person 2 Jeans version. Haven't watched a whole lot of their stuff either. But keep thinking, oh man, I'm so close. And then I look down and I've got all these pins left. I usually only like to, yeah, so do you then buy the ones, just the ones you like, or are you a completionist and you're like, I'd like to get all of the series whatever CMS? While I'm in here getting all of them, I should just get all of them. Or do you just like I think the last series of actual non-IP ones had a soccer referee lady in it. That's all, and the space, classic space with the space baby. And I'm like, all I really want are the space baby and the goalie. But of course, you got to hunt and fill up a bag. And I'm glad they didn't have the boxes because I'd be like, nope, I'll just buy it on Bricklink. But the problem with buying it on Bricklink, of course, is then, instead of $4 to get a single figure, you're paying $10 to get it. So, I mean, I guess that's a trade-off. Either do the work and get the one you want, or have somebody else do the work and then you pay for it. Yep. Well, I'm sure at some point somebody will come up with a way to do it. Oh, such fun. This one seems to run a little, thank you, a little rougher. Rolling under there. So let's see. This week's also Ahsoka is going to drop, and it's going to come out earlier the day before. And I think everybody's kind of happy about that because that means they don't have to stay up till 2 in the morning to watch it. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, so this is doesn't seem like it turns all that much. Okay, well, whatever. There's a lot going on in here. Come on. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-da. Isn't it times 4? Okay, so before I start, it's times 4. That'll help move things along. Yeah, so I'm excited about Ahsoka. I finished up Rebels last week in prep for Ahsoka. And I'm excited for Rebels Season 5. I know a lot of people have been burned by Obi-Wan, so they don't really care anymore about... There's a lot of I don't care about Star Wars or Marvel anymore. And accompanying that are the I don't care about these, but what I'm going to do is go on YouTube and complain about them a lot. So that's always fun. One of my favorite channels is I'm like this close to unsubscribing from it because their last like 6 or 7 videos, and I get it, negativity gets people to click, but their last 6 or 7 videos have been just, is the MCU dead? Why was this so bad? You know, what can be fixed? Does anybody care about this anymore? It's all critical, and they usually do a pretty good job of being constructively critical about it, but at the same time I'm like, oh my god, I'm so tired of the if it's bad, just don't watch it, you know? I don't understand why you're still making videos about how bad it is. Just stop watching. There's diminishing returns. I mean, Marvel's been making this like MCU thing for almost 15 years. At some point, there are going to be some bad things in it. Like, they can't all be Iron Man. They can't all be perfect, awesome movies. But by all means, let's keep complaining about it. Wow. Okay. And I get it. There's a bit of fatigue. Like, all the big blockbusters get the ad dollars. So, oh, come on. So I bet, people are probably tired of seeing all the ads for everything, and then they're like, I'm not going to go see it. Why would I care about that? Well, I got one more bag after this, and we'll just push through. How's that? Maybe 12:30 when we're done. Oh. Dang it. Sounds like the Blues Brothers. See what else is going on. Fires in Maui. Hurricane Hillary going up into the Baja and into California. Everyone's prepping for that. That weirdness that is a hurricane tropical storm coming into LA and then up into. They're saying it's going to drop a year's worth of rain in like 2 days. So they're really worried about flash flooding and mudslides and things like that. So if you're in California or you know people in California, make sure to reach out and make sure they're okay after next week. It's kind of sad or scary. Wildfires in Maui and hurricanes in LA. Huh, interesting. It's almost like we know what causes all this. This is solid construction here. I really don't want this going anywhere. I want it to be the least movable thing on this model. My friend lives here where... Oh, I hate this little heart in the way. My friend lives here where it's going to hit. In LA or in Southern California. I hope they are all right. Okay, so these go times 4. Man, I hope this isn't the last of the bag because okay, good. Oh, near Cali. Near in Cali. Oh, okay. Oh, it has to be all the way back. Okay. So that can go in there, and that can go in there. Sounds like the intro to Saturday Night Live a little bit. It's Saturday Night Live with your host, Tom Hanks. All right, make sure I did that right. Yep. Okay. Now we gotta put wheels on. Huzzah! Move this forward. Come on, man. Wheels should be the easiest part. Don't give me stuff. All right, I need to check something. Yeah, that's what I thought. This needs a thing in here. I don't know how many, but it needs at least one. There we go. Okay. All right, so that's good. That turns the wheels. Weirdly turns them weirdly in to each other. I don't know what the difference in between the twisting. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Oh no, there we go. Okay, yeah. So that does turn it. Okay, cool. But then back and forth makes them go in and out. So it can go in a circle. Cool. All right, times 4. These are cool. I haven't seen these 1x1s before. And they go where? Right here? Fingers are getting a little sore from doing all this Technic. That's something to keep in mind while you're doing Technic. You might need to take a break and let your fingers rest. The only thing I don't really like is that these wheels don't really... They'll slide out of this pretty easily, but not too bad. All right, so that's bag 3. And we got bag 4 coming up. Bag 4 looks about... not too bad. We may actually get done by noon. See how this rolls. Noon-ish. Seems to have more fun parts. Oh, there's a big old fat worm screw in there. That's cool. bag 4 plus all these guys times 2, which means, ooh, we get an extra one. Yay. That's 2 for me, 1 for me, 2 for you. All right, so doing a lot of things that can roll away from me here on the very edge. Probably not smart. This sounds, you guys remember Everlast, that one song? I don't know what it's like, what it's like. It sounds like that guitar riff in my ear. Well, now it's done, so. Oh, good. 1 page for 1/2 pin. We're going to be here for 5 years. That was all prep work for whatever we're building here. All right, so later this week, I think we'll probably do another maybe Technic or studio stream on Thursday if everybody would like that. I don't know if that's been a success or not. I know Vab and Johnny and I all enjoy doing it. So we might continue doing that. Where do you think you're going? Plus it gives me a chance to get some work done even if I'm not doing it on my own when I should be. I don't know that I'll do instructions again. I'll mix it up to maybe do a machine, Horizon Zero Dawn machine, maybe a microfighter. Microfighters are still my milieu. But I'm okay mixing it up for the day. I was also thinking I don't necessarily want to like design the environment that I'm building in studio. I just kind of want to. Ooh, I haven't seen that clip in that part before, or that color before. I just kind of want to do it with what I've got on hand instead of like designing it, just so it can be like, I'm not so worried about buying the parts ahead of time. I can just be like, all right, what do I have? Let's just make it out of this. I think that's a bit more organic way to build it. That way I can get stuff off of the pick-a-brick wall or whatever. Don't necessarily know that it is the best way to do that. I've never really built a big piece of scenery like that before. So who knows? Something I think we don't appreciate about how bags are sorted, and I think everybody knows this who's been building a lot instinctually, but like if this 1x1 Technic brick in gray is in this bag and you want a Technic brick 1x1 in white, it's not going to be in this bag. It's going to be in one of these other 2 small bags, right? So like, because you can see the 1x1 axle holder, not pin holder in white, is over here. but you can see that the 1x1 white's over here. So you know you can they break them up pretty nicely. I don't know if that's something everybody's aware of, but I've always liked that. It makes looking for the part easier. And it's almost like every step, like you're jumping from bag to bag, or you're jumping from big bag to little bag kind of thing. Excuse me. Any other Lego news out right now? Anybody's aware of? Anything y'all looking forward to? I know there's some stuff coming out. It's Star Warsy, but there's stuff coming out in September. So we booked our trip to Colorado next in October. We're gonna go up and see. We're gonna stay in the Springs. Not really going to see family, but we're gonna see family while we're there. I think we just kind of want to go do stuff. And Beth really hasn't seen the Springs a whole lot, and I was like, well, there's some pretty stuff in there. So that's going to be fun. And we haven't been up there in like 5 years, so it's going to be good to see the family. Oh, I hate these so much. I wish there was like a skill to these parts. Ooh, look, a white carrot. Yeah, we're gonna run long. Hope everybody's all right with that. After it gets built, I want to play with whatever AR stuff that may be available. So it may be a little weird on camera, but we'll see how it works out. I don't want to go too late because again, I got to get packed. But go as long as we can. Consider this funk. This is almost like doo-wop almost or something. Yeah, I'm a little tired of this. I don't want upbeat dance though. That's gonna be. Let's see what it turns into. Can't really hear anything yet, so I guess we'll find out. All right, so what? Okay, so like this. What? I don't know what they want me to do here. I think that. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure where this is going. Okay, that's like that. And this is up. Wow, that is like needlessly complicated. Whatever this was. Yeah, I don't understand what that's for. All right, and then this raises up, and then this goes over here to where? Oh, okay. And this goes over here and has this guy go down into it. Okay. All right. And then this. Okay. Yeah, could I get some donuts? All right. Remember how I said it was easy to find stuff with the bags? It's starting to get on my nerves. It's just all these little bitty pieces. Arrgh. Oh, neck piece. I haven't seen a neck piece in a while. One of these neck brackets. They're used a lot more, a lot less frequently now with actual minifigs than they are with stuff like this. To give you kind of a nice snot build technique there. And then another one. Uela neck piece. There it is. Did it do two? Yes. There's some math for you. Put the neck brackets in there. And some stickers. 1 in 12. Is that one? It is. Okay. P.O. box. Can you imagine going to your P.O. box and opening it up and there'd be donuts? That'd be pretty rad. Like, my friends are amazing. But also, these donuts are stale. Okay. That fits. Like that. That's how that fits. Okay. Okay. There it is. Didn't realize we get 2 wheels here. Let's see more of what's going on here. Very detail oriented. Can't see that really. Sorry. Same thing on this side. Some good gold pieces there for you. Pearl gold, I guess. And that again. Okay. Another one of these. Another one of these. lot of this feels like if I was making a ship and I was just putting in little details everywhere. It's like, well, I'm just gonna make a little hose go over here, and I don't know where they want that to be. Around like that, I guess. There we go. Around like that. Okay. Got a lot of these. If you're looking for cool little gribbling things in the next pick-a-brick. They indicate something, man, because there are a lot of these. I think these line up particularly well, the wheels. Of course, there's probably something internal with this stupid piece that I didn't do right, so. I feel like it needs to be a little more rigid in its steering, but it's kind of loosey-goosey. But, I mean, I don't know. I went through it, and I didn't see anything. Oddly enough, I now don't have any more of those tiles. Really? A bunch of black ones. There's an extra one. Just use that for now. To those, to those, to those. It's so much nicer to build with the system stuff versus the Technic stuff. You can feel it like really clicking in. They're all little sensors. I'm also getting anxious fingers. I feel like I'm getting close to the end, so I'm just like getting jittery and whatnot. Right here. Okay. Big steering wheel. Small connector. Ooh. It's a very satisfying noise that the tires make. Really? Seems like a late addition. Yeah, you can tell me a long story.
So I finally started playing The Sims Force.
I saw that Jamie had commented on that.
And I got my house all my Sims the way I wanted, my house the way I wanted. Went and bought a horse named Marshmallow, and I played with Marshmallow so hard that I died of laughter.
That you died of laughter?
Yes, I died of laughter because I was so excited about my horse.
Well, you know who you need to tell.
Maybe.
No, you need to also tell Laura.
Yeah, I know, right?
So you died of laughter because your horse was so great. Did you become a ghost? Oh, you're funny. Oh, big old 3x3 tile that I gotta put a sticker on. And that goes. Where does that go? Here. Oh, so close and yet so far. Hey, Beth, could you do me a favor? Would you come in here and gather a bunch of loot for the meeting for me? Get a big Lego bag and start throwing sets into it? No. We have to have mustard. Look through the doors, all in the back of the top shelf, middle shelf. Don't make me come in there and look for mustard. Some people don't look with their eyes. So Beth is on a new journey with some food stuff. So wish her well. I think she'll do good on this one. I found the mustard. It was behind the kale. Kale? Spinach? Oh, I get so tired of Technic. This will be the This is really gonna put me off Technic for a long time. As cool as NASA stuff is, and as cool as space stuff is, boy, do I not like Technic. It's just too fiddly. Turn this around. Nope, that's right. It's in the right spot. Turn it again so I can see what I'm doing. Big thing. And then the worm screw in here. Oh, okay. Like that didn't make any sense. Okay. Uh, really? Okay. Well, that doesn't turn anything though. Says this should go up and down, but it doesn't. Oh, I see. You move this and it goes, and it's really slow. Very, okay. Really long sticker here. 4. Oh man, nailed it. All right, let's see. If I leave at 1:30, I'm trying to get all this done. Uh, Ooh, dark blue uh, figure stands. That's really cool. What the what? Did I put that on the wrong way? Frick. Less good, but still good. And then open back up to like there, I guess. That's what they want. Oh, y'all, so close. Assuming they want all those lined up right. 4. And then one more. And then one more. And those guys. Oh, sub-assemblies of sub-assemblies drive me absolutely bonkers. Oh, here's the other one I was looking for. Mm. Bouncy. I don't like it. It's slightly better. Oh, missed that. All right, so no weekend plans or anything really. What about upcoming week or for the rest of the month? We got 10 days of the month. Anything big coming up for anybody? There are a lot of extras. There are gonna be a lot of extras in this, so we may be close to being done. And then, oh, whoops. Nothing really going on. I think we're gonna go to a murder mystery dinner at a friend's house next week. Got a big web upgrade thing going on at work. Those are always fun. It's one of those where I feel like I should have said, I've got something going on that night. August is kind of a boring month. Usually it's just hot. Kids go back to school. It's the end of summer. This must be the super sensitive camera stuff on the front. This swings over this way. Does it? I don't want to break anything. Yeah, I feel like this should swing this way, but I feel like I just broke something. I don't understand what's going on with this. And this goes like that. Collapses some down somehow in there like that. All right, well, there's the AR experience. I don't know where to get that. Lego device Technic check. So this is, I feel like I missed some steps along here because I don't think it should be like that. That I get. This I don't. This feels like it should go. So there's a joint in there that it should close maybe, but it's just not swinging very well. I don't understand that. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's done. There's your Mars rover. Collapse this a little bit, maybe. There's your Perseverance and their little helicopter that goes with it. Let's see what the, what does it say? Lego.com device check. Device check. Make sure set up the app that you want. Check for compatibility. It says Technic. Google Play. Technic Control. I don't think this is a Technic Control thing, but it's just an AR. Not now. Oh, good gravy. Well, that's going to take a while. So, yeah, I'm not sure what the... It looks like you can... I don't know. It's super cool looking. I don't know, like, I have a feeling there's a joint that I did wrong in here. So this is, it's got a very down, it'll down gear it a lot. So when you twist this, it moves it, but it moves it very slowly because you can do, you know, very slight measurements on the surface of the moon. But you can make that move up and down. This moves. There's a lot of other stuff on here. You can turn the wheels. They're straight there, and you can turn them, right, to go the direction you want. This is moving them whatever degrees. So this will turn it so it goes like that. So this is turning these wheels, you know, this way and that way. So it's turning wheels like this, which is quite a bit of work to do. This also, these move up and down. I don't think this is supposed to move all that much once they're in place, but these move like that when it's going over rocky terrain. I don't think anything's back here supposed to do anything. Don't really know what this is for. It just kind of hangs out here. So, oh, this is taking so long. 629 megabytes? That's a lot. Did I use all my stickers? Yes. Okay. Oh. So it looks like, yeah, I mean, it looks like it works fine. It also says like I should be able to do this and do something, but this doesn't do anything. This turns it. I also don't get why what these gears do in here. There's gears in here that move. Right here. That move. when you move this, but they're not attached to anything. That just seems like it's breaking something. Yep, and in fact it did. Something broke inside there. I really don't want to have to take that apart to find out why it broke or what's wrong with it. So, but I have a feeling the functionality is wrong in there somewhere. But it looks like that. This thing's very mobile. It's on a ball joint, cameras and sensors. There's not a lot back here going on. This looks like heat sinks or radiators. I don't think that's anything else. It's to keep the rest of the stuff from overheating. A lot of this is geared toward making these wheels move internally. So let's see if it's got a listing of this. It doesn't even have it. Augmented Lego Technic AR. Okay. Well, it doesn't have that. Let's just look up Technic Lego AR. Lego Technic AR. It's probably a different app. Yeah, it's a different app. So it says Technic AR and then it says device check. And it's like, well, the device check is different. So give it a few minutes of this. Meanwhile, make sure to hydrate. It's still hot out in a large part of the country. Again, if you got friends in California, make sure they're check in with them, make sure they're okay. I think the heat wave is now hitting. Our heat dome is probably shifting over to the Midwest, so keep an eye on that. Yeah, I may have to go back through and I don't understand what was wrong with that gear in there, but this bit right here inside there is so far back in the instructions that I would have to take so much apart to figure out what's wrong with it. But I don't think it should move like that. And I busted some piece out. And I may have bent this Technic pin, which I don't know how that's possible. That's pretty cool. If you can get it to spin opposite directions, looks fun. So this guy's been doing a lot of stuff lately. He's been in the news, I think, doing going back and forth with the Rovers. I think. I don't know how many Rovers we have up there either. We have several still functioning. Speaking of space race stuff, I think there was yesterday, today, or there was going to be yesterday or today, but I thought maybe the 23rd. The Indian and the Chinese moon landings were supposed to happen the last couple of days, but I think the Indian one they had to abort. These were going to be soft landings, so I think uncrewed groups or uncrewed machines that were just sent to see if, make sure that the the paths could be done and the orbits were right, and they've got the calculations and all that kind of stuff. Um, and then they'll send up a manned mission or a crewed mission later. And I haven't heard about the Russian one, but I heard the Indian one had to abort, which is kind of sad. Seems to be a lot of that lately, where they're really scrambling to get there, but the something in the math is not working right, and so they're having problems. All right, well, it says it's installed, so let's do this. I don't know what this does either. I'm just kind of doing this in prep for going to the meeting today. I'll tell you what, it does look very technicky. That's for sure. There's no hiding it. There's a good image of what it actually looks like right here. This is the actual, and then the comparison. So like that's the actual, that's the comparison. Um, Pretty cool. I mean, obviously there's a lot more gearing in here to make some of these work, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah, I have a feeling this is supposed to like move in all the way. And maybe even sit up here. Like this. And then this kind of sits like that. But again, that doesn't go in all the way, so I don't know what. Je ne sais pas, man. Open. All right. So, select model. NASA Rover Perseverance. All right. My phone is dirty. Ugh. Smudges. Oh, wait. So there's a little video that's playing. All you can see is the smudges. Sorry. It's a neat little video. Okay. Ugh. I'm gonna play some music. Let me go get some. I think I got some wipes. Clean my phone a bit. Okay. I think I can do this for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna have to get ready to go. Explore Perseverance. So we do that. Continue while using the app. Loading. It's telling you where to play on all this stuff. Play on well-lit surfaces. Avoid patterns and reflective surfaces. I'm ready. So it says move your. There we go. So it gives you a little. It's hard to see, but it gives you a little function. So welcome to the exploration map. Show the map. Oh, so you can move your stuff around. I may have to do this later, like on my own, but it kind of walks you through like missions that the Mars rover's actually gone on. So you can like move your move your guy around to that area and then take pictures of it, and I that's what I'm guessing. And it's also got what is that? Engineering. So it's got an engineering bit. So it's hard to show. It's constant. I think I'm just too close. Anyway, worth checking out. I might play with it a little at the meeting today, see what happens. But yeah, let's go ahead and exit this. Quit to main menu. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I know this was a little longer than normal, but I appreciate you being here. And I will be back Thursday, probably with Vab and Johnny and maybe Kodiak, and we'll go through some more build stuff. So we'll see what happens. But have a good weekend. Stay safe. Stay cool. I'll talk to you later. Bye.